What's up, and thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Horror Debate. I am Jeff Rowdy Jake here, and alongside me, as always, Michael Mandy.
And this week, we're going to be reviewing a movie from 2006, well, released in 2007, but
I was going to say, did we warp back a year?
Yeah, no, it just came out in the theaters this week. It's called Hatchet, directed by Adam Green. I tell you, when I saw the ad for this movie, I had to see this. I mean, the poster for this movie said it's not a remake, it's not a sequel, and it's not based on a Japanese one.
And I got excited just by seeing that, especially at the bottom where it said, old school American horror, baby.
All right, run the plot by
us.
Well,
it didn't have the baby. But if I would have wrote it, it would have had the baby, okay? But anyway, what you got going on here is you got these two guys, or actually a group of guys that are hanging out in New Orleans, right?
Right.
And they're on vacation. They're enjoying the sights and scenery. You know how that goes on Mardi Gras time, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of girls kind of getting a little well, anyway. And so they're doing that thing. But the one guy who just broke up with his girlfriend, who was actually JP from Grandma's Boy, by the way, which I loved him in. He's a great,
Joel Moore.
Funny guy, man. I thought he was great in that movie. But anyway, he decides he wants to go on this haunted cruise kind of deal, right?
Yeah, one of those haunted swamp tours.
Yeah.
You know, they have haunted walking tours of like San Francisco and San Diego. And
right.
I want to go on one of those haunted tours.
I do too. And his buddy Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish, he wanted to go with him, right?
The guy's name is Dion Richmond.
No, that was Hootie. It looked just like Hootie, but he acted like Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him like Martin Hootie.
Oh, he did not do any. Damn.
Well, like
come
Martin
on,
Rucker.
He was, yeah.
You know, I mean, it was close enough. Anyway,
what did we call him? Jackie Tucker.
Yeah,
one of the characters called him Jackie Tucker.
Between
Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Yeah. So anyway, he decides he can't let his buddy JP go out and just and do this cruise, right? So, well, JP, you know what I'm saying. Anyway,
Ben.
He decides to go on the cruise with him, and he regrets it ever since he got on. Even before he got on the boat, he regretted it when they go to check out the place that's supposed to give him the tours, because these people are freaky, dude. We had Candyman answer the door.
Yeah, the guy who played Candyman was in it, yeah.
Right? So, and he comes out and gives some crazy story, and it reminded me from like that crazy dude from Friday the 13th, right? The crazy old man. Mm-hmm. You know, he reminded me of him. He came out just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he gives him this story and says, you know what, I don't do night tours anymore, man. Ever since something happened, whatever the sob story was, right? So he sent him on to this other place, right? And where they can actually get the tour. But little did they know, this dude didn't have a clue, right?
Right. It's his second tour.
Right. So basically, he takes them out, a group of people, and they get stuck. Long story short, without giving any spoilers,
there's about 7 or 8 people on that 3-hour tour.
Victor freaking Crawley, right, who looks like a dead ringer for Jason, right?
In Friday the 13th Part 2. The one where he's running around with the sack on his head.
Right, and for good reason, because we saw how this guy looked, right? He was pretty torn back, right? So, but Victor Crawley had a house out in the swamps with his father. He was born...
Here's the legend they tell you.
This is true. Get off. No, anyway, he's out. He has a house with his father in the swamp, and basically, he was born like this way, deformed and ugly, and hair growing out where it shouldn't be growing out, and humps where there shouldn't be humps, and Fergie can sing it all day, my humps, but this guy had way too many of them, right? So
he had a lot of junk in his trunk.
He had a lot of junk in the trunk, and so he's out there getting revenge about what happened to him, kind of, I mean, he's a ticked off kind of guy because there was these kids that used to tease him all the time about how he looked.
It's his swamp.
Yeah, it's his swamp.
He supposedly died 20 years ago or something.
But his dad's the one who killed him on accident.
Yeah,
that's the kicker of the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. He put an axe through his grill. Right?
Trying to get him out of a burning
Trying to get him out of a burning house that the kids who were teasing him started, right, as a joke, right? So he's out just kicking all kinds of butt, and that's basically what this story is. It's not much meat, but it's enough to get you into a decent slasher, if I had to tell you the honest truth.
Definitely was old school American horror. Bunch of people trapped in the swampland, and psycho guy with a hatchet trying to go after him.
Old school American, I would say 80s horror. This is so 80s.
Yeah. And one nice thing about this was each person on the boat had an individual personality.
Definitely.
You definitely could keep track of who was who. You didn't need to know names. You just knew, oh, wait, that's the foreign filmmaker guy.
I loved the blonde chick.
Mercedes McNabb.
I don't care what she drives. The whole, I loved her character. She was hilarious, man. I mean, just stupid slapstick stuff.
Oh, the writing was tight in this movie, wasn't it?
I was having a ball with it. I was having a ball with it.
This movie's got a lot of scary parts, but it does have a lot of humor in it too. I mean, it balances that fine line between humor and horror.
That's the one thing that I wasn't in this movie, which I'm going to deduct from it because of that. I wasn't scared in the very least.
No.
There was no big jumps. There was
a few big jumps.
They didn't work. They didn't work. They weren't effective, dude. I laughed. I mean, I was having a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, if I felt like I went to a comedy.
Yeah, this is more of a fun horror movie,
Definitely. I mean, he checked the brain, man. But, it was nice to see Robert Englund open the show.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger has a little bit part in the beginning.
And you know what happened to me? See, now I'm all jaded up, see? I sat there and I watched this 2001 Maniacs a while back, right? and you heard the review on that. You guys heard the debate on that. And now I turn this movie on. The first thing I see is him with a southern freaking accent again.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, no.
And he's smoking a corncob pipe and winking. I said, damn, he's looking like Popeye.
Yeah, I did. I agreed with you. Yeah. I mean, and the son wasn't much better, his supposed son. But anyway, like Mike said, this movie, it had me chuckling. There was a couple of kills. And I got to tell you the honest truth.
Oh, yeah. The
These
gore
are
factor.
Original kills, man.
Gore factor. They amped this sucker up in this, didn't they?
Why did everybody in this movie have an air compressor in their body?
Oh, man.
So when something got ripped off,
it just was splattered out. It was like out of those samurai movies, man.
I loved it.
I think the director of this movie, Adam Green, saw Kill Bill way too many times.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what it looked like.
These has Kill Bill screen.
Except they had like a flashlight too, right?
That one thing, yeah. He rips his head off and there's like a flashlight inside because the light is shining out through where his head used to be.
Wow.
And smoke and everything. It was a cool visual, though.
I'll tell you what,
it looked cool.
I remember the kill. I don't want to give it away, but I just got to say, how he killed the older lady that was on. Her husband got hurt, right, and they're trying to take him out and trying to get him off the boat and get him out of the wilderness.
Minor spoiler warning. Look, guys, we're not going to ruin anything, but when you're on a boat with 8 people and there's 2 old people, come on, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure this one out.
The way he took her out, if you are in any way, shape, or form a horror fan and you like gore and you like just to be surprised at how he's going to do these people, oh my God!
Yeah,
I was doing the horns, man. I felt like I was at a Black Sabbath concert, dude. I was having a great time with it.
What was really cool about that was actually she was running. He grabbed her behind, so you saw she was the real actress. There was no computer grabbing her, and then the camera swooped in a circle around to give that half second of darkness where they could cut, take out the real actress lady, put in either the dummy or the computer or whatever, and then they could do all sorts of wonderful, beautiful, horrible things to this.
Oh, it was beautiful! It was beautiful! I was kind of
Jeff cheered, man.
I was
like, yeah!
I was just kind of lackluster in the movie up until that point. I was like, okay, I could kind of see where they're going with this.
It almost bordered on a little slow, get taken off.
Oh, it did border on it. It was slow. I mentioned to you at one point during the movie, did I not, that I felt like I was watching a National Lampoon movie.
Oh, the one thing, when they got on the bus going to the boat, the music was just too cheery and too happy and way out of place.
Absolutely.
And we even looked and said, is this like National Lampoon Swamp Vacation?
Yeah, it was
what
like
the
Big
hell?
Ben, Parliament. Look, kids, Big Ben. I just can't seem to get left. No, but anyway, we're big fans of the Vacation movie, in case you didn't know. But,
so that was, I think, a bummer.
It was slow, but once that kill kicked in, man, I was into it from then on out. Now, I will warn you guys, there's a bit of a cheese factor here.
Just a bit?
It's a mixture of, like, Swiss and provolone and all kinds of stuff. You look at the character of Victor Crowley. And by the way, I fully
portrayed by
I'm 100 Kane Hodder, which of course I was going to mention that, but I have to say that I was sorely disappointed they didn't use Mr. Crowley in the movie. Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah, you would think. Well,
why wouldn't they do that?
You know what? Sharon Osbourne probably wanted too much money.
Get her out of the equation, man. Let's put the damn song in the movie.
She owns everything.
Perfect.
Yeah, it would have.
At
least by the credits, when the credits were wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they're billing this guy, Kane Hodder, his character. They're billing this guy as like almost kind of like the next Jason. That's what I've read is that they're saying, hey, this guy's pretty good. This character could continue on. Yeah, it could. It could. I don't know how much of this I could take. Because it is a little bit
one-dimensional.
It's one-dimensional, and it's a little bit too slapstick sometimes. You know, that stupid slapstick. Okay, that it's getting close. Okay,
getting close to the stupid stick.
Yes, but I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna say for this movie, I mean, if they carried on for 3 movies with the same kind of deal, I'd be like, okay, you know, enough's enough. But for one single movie, to be kind of a Jason clone, I mean, you're gonna be a Jason clone with Kane Hodder, right?
Yeah, right.
So, you know, it was pretty effective. I thought it was well done. I could see exactly what the director wanted to do. He wanted to take horror back. He wanted to go back in time. He wanted to grab that fun vibe of those old horror movies.
Yeah.
You know, from the 80s, those old slasher movies, and he wanted to bring it forward into 2007 or 6 or 5 or whenever he filmed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought he succeeded.
He certainly did. And I would like to see more of that style, but not necessarily with this character. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it Victor Crowley, I think, unless he suddenly becomes smarter and you know,
or hops on a boat and goes to New York.
Yeah, does something.
Walks down Times Square.
Yeah, or does something that's a little more
shoot him into
original.
space. Yeah.
I'm not seeing a sequel coming out of this. Hatchet 2, you know, I don't know, right?
Yeah. My only problem was the ending. They set it all up, and when it's going, all of a sudden it stopped. I mean, literally, it stopped in the middle.
We thought the film broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and it went to black, and it's like, huh? And we looked back, it's like, what is it? And then the credits were rolling, and we thought, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where's the rest of our movie?
Yeah.
At least they didn't make you read the end of the movie.
Yeah.
At least they didn't bust out a paragraph, and Victor Crowley went back to his house and had cannibal stew. No, you know, I mean...
I would have probably appreciated that. Because this is just, oh my God, look out, it's...
exactly.
I mean, we thought Blair Witch Project ended suddenly. This is even more sudden.
I agree with that a little bit.
It's like, whoa.
But I can also kind of see what he wanted to do there. I mean, I kind of felt like he felt that like if he continued to film, it was going to be a trite ending. It was going to be something that you expected. Because we fully expected the character to rise up again, right? We totally expected that. And I think if he would have continued filming, it would have felt so much like a Friday the 13th rip. You know, that he probably said, you know what, that's effective enough, chop. Roll the credits.
Well, I think then a more effective ending would have been if he'd have chopped it maybe about 2 minutes before. Not in the middle of all the screaming and splashing and
right.
but just when you saw the hand.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
So either he let it on.
But you know what? If he did it right there, you wouldn't have known whose hand that was.
Well, yeah, when he comes out of the water, and
that's where you got it. Okay,
right.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. How many stars, Jeff?
You know what? I dug it. I liked it. I thought that it was fun. It was a fun '80s romp. You know, it gave me that same feeling that I got when I was watching Jason. Jason X. When he's out there in the freaking camp, and he's taking the chicks in the sleeping bag and just whacking them over each other, right?
Yeah.
It gave me that same kind of fun vibe. And I'll just tell you the honest truth. When I saw that movie, I jumped up and did the same thing, baby. I was like, yeah, you know. And this movie did it for me. This is a 4-star flick, Mike.
Yeah.
4-star flick. Okay. You know what? It's not a 4-star flick, but it is a 4-star flick. You know what I'm saying? It's not a 4-star. This is a fantastic movie. It's a 4-star. I had a freaking good time with it.
Yeah, well, that's what it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not critiquing the filmmaking. Who can critique this thing? Yeah. You know, I'm just saying.
I thought the music was fine. I thought the actors were fine.
Absolutely.
I loved the writing. The writing was tight. The banter between the two girls. I mean.
And who knew Hootie could act?
Yeah, and the banter between Hootie and his boyfriend.
Who knew Hootie could act? That was funny, man. I was like, he had so much Martin in him, you know, but then he looked just like Hootie. You know, it was funny. You know,
even the talking between the main girl and the main guy. I mean, just
great banter. I loved it all. The blonde chick was hilarious, and you'll know what I'm saying once you watch the movie. I mean, your typical Valley girl. You know, if you guys are gonna watch this thing.
Oh yeah, and there's skin in this movie too. You guys will like that.
There's a lot of skin.
It takes place in Mardi Gras, so of course there's going to be skin.
Man, there's a lot of chicks that are half,
trying to get beads.
Exactly.
Let's put it that way.
So I'm giving it 4 just because I had a good time. I got a smile on my face, and that's what it's all about for me, Mike.
Yeah, and that's it. It's a very good film. Yeah, definitely 4 stars.
Right on.
All right, I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy. Jeff, we'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.